All right. Let's figure out how this works. Just give me 1 second, everyone, because this is the first time I'm going to go live. And I need to add one Samuraiox. Hey guys, just one moment. I'm just trying to figure out how Ox is. And then I am Hopsike live. Hey Johan, alles goed? Let's see if this works. Any second now. Yes! I did it.
Perfect.
Hello Ox, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fantastic. A little wild right now. I've got my nephews running around, so hopefully they don't barge in here, but that's a possibility.
That's perfectly okay. I've got the usual internet conundrum and noise outside, and there's a cat meowing and scratching at the door, so, you know. Friday night.
What are we going to do? I know.
What are we gonna
Sounds
do?
good.
So, let's get right back into it. My name is Yann. I'm here with Samuraiox. And both of us are members of the V100s, a little internet group set up by Kevin Cross to work on comic books every single day, even when you have no time. We've completed the challenge a couple of times, and right now we're trying to finish the next issue of our comic book. I say next, it's really my first. It's Ox 10th, if I never forgot, so be sure to check that out afterwards. And yeah, we've set up this weekly live stream right here on Instagram TV, I think that's what we're calling it, to make sure that we keep ourselves accountable. And I think this is going to be my first walk of shame because I've had a little bit of a misfortune.
Bum, bum, bum. It's totally
Hey,
all right because I think I hit 2 out of 3. So
2 out of 3? Okay.
Yeah.
I got 0.
You got 0?
0, yeah. Look,
Oh,
so,
yeah, well,
okay,
I mean,
so
you were away for. You tell us what happened.
To begin with the endless excuses here. Basically, I went to Amsterdam for the weekend, and I took that into account. So I figured I'd have enough days left. And then on Monday, I was aimlessly walking around at the airport until they finally admitted that the flights, all of the flights of this company, were canceled because there was a strike, but they didn't want to admit it because, you know, then they're. Well, it turns out they're legally in trouble anyway, and I've got a lot of money I'm gonna claim. So so yeah, so basically I ended up stuck, and then they never said an apology, nothing. I just got a new boarding pass for like 3 days later, and now I have to catch up on the days I've missed at the office. Lots of drama, but don't feel too sorry because being stuck in Amsterdam with all of your friends.
Yeah, I would just. It sounds like a real bad thing.
Yes, there's worse things in life. There's really
going on vacation and having it unexpectedly extended for a few days.
Yes. It was freaking awesome. It was really awesome. It's summer over there, not quite as hot as over here in Barcelona, obviously, but that was kind of a nice thing. So.
Nice.
But yeah, I did have my sketchbook. I did bring my sketchbook.
Hang on. 2 seconds, I think one of them. Yeah, come in.
What's that?
All right. I'm on the phone with a friend, okay?
Okay.
You want to say hi?
No.
Pop up behind me.
Come on.
This is one of my little nephews.
How you doing? He's like my cat.
Yeah, he's pretty close to that. All right, bud. All right, go outside, and then I'll be out in a bit, okay?
I just wanted to say here and tell you you were done.
It's going to be a while, so go out, okay?
Okay.
I'll be out in a bit.
Go.
All right, as you were.
Yes. So as I was just saying, I did bring my my sketchbook, so I did get a little sketching done. But it was, you know, like I didn't bring my sheet of paper here. So last night I started furiously drawing. I've got about 30%, and I'm on to, the next 2/3 to catch up. And what was it I have to do? What is it I'm going to have to do?
I think you're going to be drawing one of my characters. I really want to see your hand at Wrath.
And Wrath?
Yeah.
Let me just note that down. Wrath. Okay. Awesome. So that's going to be done this weekend, you know that, because I'm not falling behind again. I'm going to draw like crazy.
Much like
so tell me about your week.
I didn't realize that there were 10 days, so I had planned to get 7 pages colored because I wanted to do 1 page a day. It hit yesterday and realized that we had extended this 3 days, so I had to get 3 more pages done. In that time, I had to go about 3 hours away. My dad had a checkup for health issues, whatever. He got the all clear, so we're good there. But that kind of killed 2 days. Other than that, got 10 pages of issue 9 colored. Got all of issue 5 reworked. All I have to do is scan it in and get ready for webtoons on Monday. And I started the illustration for that commission and have it kind of somewhat done. So here, I'll show you some of this stuff.
A little sneak peek.
Here's colored pages of 9.
Wow.
Just a little ooh la la.
So just one more time. Did you color on prints? It scans, right? With colored markers?
Yeah, those are scans. Yep.
Okay, good.
And then I had to rework issue 5, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it was cutting out all these dialogue boxes, reworking them, making them look better for webtoons.
Okay.
So I did all of issue 5, and then I've been commissioned by a friend. They want to do a podcast on detective stories and whatnot. And this is kind of a rough sketch right now, but they also want a black and white for easier to look at, little thumbnails. So working on that and just kind of got the draft done because it's been a little bit more difficult than I was anticipating. So.
But those are thumbnails for the podcast in iTunes or promotional material?
I believe they're going to be doing it in iTunes for the most part, but yeah, it's going to be promotional stuff as well.
And are you gonna join in the podcast as well, or?
It's possible, but I think it's just going to be her and her sister. They just wanted me to do the artwork for it, so they could have stuff to share around. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Also, I have so out of nowhere yesterday, I've decided to cut my hair off. It's probably shoulder length right now, but I really want to spike it since I'm on all these live streams lately.
Yes.
So probably cutting about 1.5 foot off, so I can have about 3 inches to get a good spike in. So it's pretty wild.
That's a lot of hair.
It is. I just put it up, and I was like, it's going to be sad to lose all of that, but also it's going to save me so much time because I won't have to worry about washing it and everything every couple days. So it's good on that account, but I'm kind of sad to lose all that hair, but it'll be all right. Also, so yesterday, I'm getting my haircut done by my friend who just started her new salon. And I had this wild, crazy idea to do a special project for her. And I can't quite say what it is, but I'll tell you what it was next week when we do
that sounds awesome.
Channel, so
that's not going to be part of the next week challenge then.
Yeah, I'll share what I did for her. That killed a whole nother day, getting that ready for her. So that kind of took away from the illustration. So what will I have to do for next week? What's my punishment?
What is your punishment? Actually, let's stick to the same theme here. If I'm going to draw Wrath, why don't we have you draw Anne?
Right on. Perfect.
That'd be awesome.
I was hoping that was going to be the one that was going to be picked.
Oh, really? No, it's half the day, so. Cool, man.
Right on.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna draw N. Let me just write his name so I don't forget. Draw N. Awesome. Cool. So okay, but you still managed to get like a hell of a lot done though, like in 1 week. You know.
I did.
So I've got a lot
But
of catching
I
up
mean,
to
that's
do.
how I push. Since I'm doing the 100
Yeah.
days currently, and I'm days. I think today's day 73. I still got plenty of work, and I'm not one to just put in a half hour. So I'm trying to get multiple hours, 3 to 6 at least. So there's going to be a lot of work on my end.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna have to go this weekend.
But you also have a job and
So
everything
what
to
else are
do.
you planning
So
for? Like, shall we dive into next week or?
yeah, you want to start or?
Okay, so all right, so obviously I have to catch up on this week, so that's not going to change anything. I'm just going to quickly run that by you. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one panel over here. And that's the next panel. This one I'm not quite sure about. It needs a little fixing, but I'm pretty pleased with it.
The detail's insane.
Yeah, but it's like I'm a little worried because I'm actually okay. So I love cramming detail in there, but a lot of times I feel like these pens, they run out, and so they're not quite dark enough anymore. And I've had that problem before in the past, especially when blues and reds.
How quickly are you going through pens?
Well, it kind of depends, but like if I have a serious session, like these two might last like 2 days at most,
Is that doing one page or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but it depends which one. Like it's the thin ones, because for the thin ones it's much more important. For the thicker ones, like where there's heavy blacks, if they're not heavy, you can really fix that easily in Photoshop. But it's the thin ones you tend to lose in scanning. So I'm thinking I might have to double the size of the original art, so that is simply not going to be a problem anymore. That's kind of like a little, because I mean it's detailed. But I feel like I'm going to lose a lot of detail in the scanning when these run out. And it always takes me a while to realize they're running out. So yeah, there's that.
That seems wild that you would by increasing the size, you're almost increasing the supplies you're going to need anyway. That it just seems like it might be more effective just to stock up on more pens that way.
Maybe. I think both are worth testing out because I think if I increase in size, I'll use thicker pens to get the same thin lines. But those thicker pens are a lot more trustworthy, I find.
How much bigger are you thinking of going?
I think if you look at this page right over here, I'll grab one from last week that's finished, like this one. So the real size of the comic book page is much more like these two panels, right? I just go overboard and then I just use the extra space. So if you use the entire panel, I think that's about a good 20% larger.
Oh, okay.
I think
so it's not
I think that's enough. Like I'm not talking like 200%.
Yeah, I was like, if you get to drawing the size of pages that Kemball's using, I'm like, it might be a little much at that point.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that seems reasonable. Just extending it that big.
So for next week, this one is going to have to be finished, and then I'm also going to add. I need. Two. I'm going to add pages 4 and 5 completely inked, penciled and inked. And then page 3 still has the gray tones, and page 4 will have the gray tones. That's the plan. So that is a total of 3 pages.
How many free days do you have? Do you still have to get caught up on work from this last week?
Yeah, I'm basically back on full time next week. So I have 2 days on the weekend, and then just my regular days. So let's see, page 3 finished, page 4 and 5. Page 4 finished and page 5 in.
Oh, okay. You started listing off page numbers, and I was like, "You're gonna get 4 pages done in less time?"
No.
Okay.
No. 3.
Okay. That seems reasonable.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm going to work really hard this weekend. So tomorrow, Sunday, and then just every evening. And I've got a little plan to maybe take some of these pages to work so I can work on some of the background stuff while I'm working.
Oh, yeah. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, because I get at least like 2 pages in my sketchbook at work anyway, and some of it is pretty finished. So why not? Like there used to be another artist at work. He used to do the same, like make really like just while he was working. So I'm not like I don't see why, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just put it right
More
there,
work,
like
more
on the
work.
board. Let's see if I can get away with it.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think my week's basically going to be a lot of the same. I'm going to be doing at least 1 page of issue 9 colored. I would love, in an ideal world, I would love, there's 13 pages left. I'd love to just get 9 out of the way. But I think that's putting way too much on there. So I'm going to go with 7 pages for 9. I'm going to get 6 finished up and then finish that illustration on top of. I've got another illustration I want to get completed, but that's kind of going to be backburnered until I get everything else done. But there's a sweet project called Dreamer's Echo. A guy from the state I live in is doing a comic series. He's got the 2nd volume up on Kickstarter right now, and he has a few spots open for like fan art and whatnot. So I've got about 2 weeks to get some fan art done and completed, so it can be in that book. So. And
then, okay, so is that book like being kickstarted or?
Yeah, it's on Kickstarter right now. I think it's got like 36 days or so. So check it out. Okay. It's Dreamer's Echo. I believe that's, yeah. If you check out my latest video on YouTube, I just put it live 2 hours ago. It's got the links in that, so.
Okay, book. Just check out comic book. I'm just writing everything down because my mind is a sieve right now. Not saying it has anything to do with Amsterdam. But, right on. So when you talk about issue 6 being finished, you mean for webtoons, right?
Yeah. There's not a lot of work to do with 6. So these are 6's original pages. For the most part, the art's pretty good. The narration boxes. So I need to change these to black ink so they read a little easier.
Okay.
It's kind of across the whole issue, so it's going to need some heavy work done to it, but I could see that probably only taking a couple days to get that on. I mean, it's not the extensive work I've been doing for the first 5 issues, so it's not that bad.
I am going to speak on you, Uncle.
But then issue 9 is for Kickstarter.
9 won't be on Kickstarter. 9 is just going to be going out to the people that helped me kickstart the 8th issue.
Wow.
And then later this year, I'll be doing volume 2, and that'll be all contained within that. So. But
by volume 2, you mean like the issues that are not in the first trade up until 10?
Yep. It'll be issue 5 through 9. And then it'll have issue 10 as well.
Sounds like a pretty sweet deal. Maybe this would be a good time to plug I Never Forgot.
That will, my issue, or my comic series that I've been working on for the last 3 years, called I Never Forgot. I am currently reworking those first issues for Webtoons. You can check that out by searching I Never Forgot on Webtoons. The first 4 issues are up right now. 5th issue will be up there on Monday. And then, if you like that, hopefully this whole accountability thing is so Yann gets kicked into gear, so he gets his first issue completed. So when I do kickstart that second volume later this year, I will be doing his first issue alongside that as well. So that's what we're looking towards.
Kicked in full gear. That's the plan. So yes, my little science fiction comic book Phosphor is about a group of scavengers coming across an installation. It's very much in the vein of Alien and The Thing. And a lot of people are not going to make it till the end. So I'm going to have to find out if that's your favorite character or not a little later this year. But how long are we? How much time have we been recording? Would this be a good time?
I don't know about that. What do you got for challenges going on this next week? Just basically work?
Like as in private life challenges, or?
Well, I mean, anything to keep you away from getting your work completed for next week.
Well, I mean, there's the full-time job. There's the fact that it's over 30 degrees Celsius, and I had to buy this sweet fan to keep me going because it's, oh my God, we're just starting to melt here. It's not even August yet. It's going to get crazy.
You mean it's going to get hotter?
Yeah. The climate is a little. It's not too. To be honest, for Spain, this is actually not that bad. Barcelona is nowhere near the hottest place in Spain.
All right.
Like, if you go 4 hours south, it's 10 degrees up, and like that is like. You know, I don't want to say like people die, but like if that happens in other countries in Europe, people definitely croak.
Oh yeah.
So
I think we're hitting right about that 30 degrees Celsius as well right now. I think this is probably about peak for us though, so we're probably going to be starting to cool off as we get into August. So.
Yeah. No, it's going to stay warm here for quite some time. But the the weather patterns are so off everywhere. So even here, summer's just been delayed. Like it should have been summer like 2 months ago, and it's only just gearing up, and it's only just getting to the point where I'm really happy we have AC at work, you know, because you just can't, you know, because usually it's a bit of a pain because this thing is constantly on, and now I'm like, oh my God, I can't go outside. You know, it's like walking into a furnace. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yes. What's that?
Yeah. No, of course, the upside is I've got a staff party tonight, and it's on the beach, which can't complain about that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think as far as challenges for me, I'm going to be babysitting for the next 5 days, so kind of rounding these 2 knuckleheads up for those days. I got the podcast to do on Monday, I believe, this week.
Yeah? What movies are on?
We were watching Equalizer 2, Unfriended, and Event Horizon, as well as Sorry for Bothering You.
That's a classic sci-fi.
I don't think I've seen it.
Really?
And we've seen a couple movies that relate to it that it's time to get that watched. So, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I have very fond memories of that film. I haven't seen it in a long time. So yeah, that's one worth watching, rewatching, I'd say. Yeah, so no Ant-Man and the Wasp yet, or is that the week after?
No, we actually watched that 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Was that on last week's podcast?
If it wasn't last week, it was the week before. But it's definitely the highlight for the thumbnail.
Okay, cool.
Check out the YouTubes. So.
Yeah, no, I'll have to check it out after I watch it sometime early next week, I think. Cool.
If you get the chance, I don't know if it's international yet, but if you get the chance, I definitely suggest seeing Sorry for Bothering You. That movie is a wild trip.
Sorry for Bothering You?
Yeah, it's got the. So, have you seen Get Out?
No,
Oh my.
I have.
Yann, what are you doing? Come on.
I know.
One,
It's not just
see
that.
it out.
I actually know the guy who directed the movie.
Yann, you're killing me.
I know.
Okay,
Like,
see
yeah,
those movies.
I'm killing
for sure.
myself. But it's I'm not drawn to like horror type films per
Come
se
on, Uncle Noah.
unless it has space aliens in it. But I'll have to check it out for sure.
Yeah, yeah. What's so funny is I'm not a horror fan by any stretch of the means. I'm really not a fan of horror-esque movies, but it's so much more of a thriller than actual horror. The kind of, I guess the stuff, the subject matter is kind of horrific once you think about it afterwards, but for the most part, the movie's just a thriller.
All right. Maybe I'll have to
Yeah.
dig it out of the internet.
You really
On
should.
Monday. Awesome.
So I think that'll do it.
It will, except for one very important thing. What will be the penalty if we don't deliver next Friday when we're back on?
Well, for one, you're going to get 2 strikes towards having to do karaoke, considering we failed this week. But I think penalty is probably going to be another OC, another original character.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Let me just another. Hamilton. Awesome. Duly noted. All right, Ox. We've got our challenges. We got our goals set. I guess I'll be seeing you at the same time next Friday.
Right on. Yeah, next week, Friday, noon here. Is it 7 there, right?
It's 7 o'clock here in Barcelona, in Spain, or Central European time, as some know it.
Right on. I'll be hosting it on my channel next week, and then Yann again will be in 2 weeks. So, yeah, we'll catch you all then.
All right. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the little show. We'll see you next week. And Ox, I'll catch you in a bit.
All right, later, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.